everybody, it's Cody here, and today we are going to be going over the text editor widget in Elementor. So what we'll first do is have our page pulled up. Then we're going to come over to the Add Element feature, and we're going to grab the text editor and drag it onto the page. This then inputs it onto your web page, and websites are made up of lots of body text. And so the text editor will be a great feature to add this body text to your website to explain what your site is about and all the details that you need the users to know. So once it's on your page, you can come over here. First thing is we have a standard WordPress editor, and it autofills this filler text in for you. You can come in here and add your own text. One thing I do want to point out is if you copy and paste text from somewhere else, for example, I have some placeholder text here on a document, and let's say a client sent you this, or this is your own text. You can go ahead and when you paste in here, you're going to see that it pulls the styles with it. So there's a feature here with visual and text. If you click in that, you're going to see that it brought all of this styling over with it, the HTML, and it will bring over inline CSS with it as well. So I just want you to be aware of that if you're adding text in here and it's looking funny, that could be what is causing that. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Next, what we have is if you want to add media, you can go ahead and select that, and that will add a photo and or video from your media library into your text area. Next, this is the dynamic tags. What that means is if you want to connect copy from somewhere else on the site, you can go ahead and select this. An example of that would be a blog post or something in a blog that you want to be displayed here. A real life example is I use the ACF plugin all the time, and so I use that feature a lot for that. I'm going to make another video down the road explaining that. Next, what we have is we have the drop cap, and I'm going to explain that in a minute. So if you came to this video to learn more about the drop cap and how that works, you can skip ahead. Next is columns. So what this is going to do is you can split it into however many columns you want, and try 3, so on. And so I'm going to leave it at 1 for now. The next is going to be your port or your viewport size here. So this is desktop. That's what we're currently viewing this at. You can select this and either pick tablet and mobile. If you also notice that feature is up here as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave it on desktop for now. Then what we're going to do is I want to point out that was the content tab. Now we have the style tab. And I'm also going to cover the drop cap in this area. So if you go to style, you're going to notice it's just the text editor. If you go to content and you go to drop cap and you turn that on, first, you're going to see the first letter of your text is now a drop cap. Second, if you go back to the style tab, you're going to see we have this drop cap option now. What you can do is go into here, and this is where you can style your drop cap with the colors, text size, shadow, all these features in here. I recommend you go in and play around with that. If you want to style the text as normal, I will shut the drop cap off, and we're going to go back to style. And this is where all your alignment is. So if you want to do center, right, or justified, that is where that is. The typography, if you want to come in here, this is going to drop down all of your typography options. Your font family, which is set at default, which is pulling from the global theme, which I will show in another video how to set up the global theme as well. The size of your font, you can select how you want to size that, and weight, transform, style, decoration, and the rest down here. That is how you can style the actual text that's in here. And now we're going to come back down to text shadow. That's where that's at. Paragraph spacing. If you see that there, it's going to show you how it's going to space it out. And then you have your normal, so text color, that edits that text there. That first color was a little too close to the original one, but that's you can edit that. If you have a link in there that you want to stand out, I don't have a link in there, but let's say you had a phone number or an email, you can set it at a different color to make it stick out. And that's the style tab. Advanced, we can come into this, and these are going to be where more of the advanced settings are. So you're going to see all these listed out here. I also recommend to come into this page and play with it. And that is the Elementor text editor widget. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.